Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you how to make this super cute but quite quick card, and it is using one of the Hostess sets from the 2015-16 annual catalog from Stampin' Up. And the stamp set actually looks like this. It's a photopolymer stamp set, which means that you will be able to see clear through the clear blocks to see exactly what you're stamping. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to use is our base card. I have that in Pear Pizzazz. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fold on the score line. I always like to fold towards the mountain. You'll experience less breakage on this side here. Then I do like to give it just a little press with the bone folder so that it will stay flat while we work with it. Now I'm just going to set this aside and we will get another piece of paper in the picture. The next piece of paper that we're going to work with is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch Whisper White panel. This is going to be our inside panel. So there's not very much stamping on the inside panel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that next. We will need a piece of scrap paper, so you can see I have my stamp mat down from Stampin' Up. Then I'm going to put my scrap paper over that. Anytime you're using photopolymer, it's a good idea to have your stamp mat underneath because it will assist you in having really good quality images. Now I am inking up the vine, and I have that on a block eye. We're just going to stamp that vine right here on the left-hand side. And then we can use this little, and I did stamp that in Pear Pizzazz, I may not have mentioned that. Then we have a little tiny flower that I have inked up in Wisteria Wonder, and we can go in and stamp that kind of where you see these little stems. There's a cluster of leaves and a stem, and that is a clue that that's where that little flower needs to be stamped. And then if you have a smudge like I do right here, it's a good idea to just stamp over your smudges as well. So we have this ready to go, so we can set that right on the inside panel of our card and get that out of the way. So I'm just going to use a little snail to attach that to the inside panel of my card. And I only need to put a little bit of snail at the top of the card. That is enough to keep this panel in place. And now it's ready to be truly set aside here so that we can work on the rest of our card. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of scrap paper and Whisper White scrap paper, and you will want to run it through the Big Shot machine with your Ovals Collection framelets. And this is the Ovals Collection framelets, and I have used this oval right here, and it would be number 5 if you were counting from the inside out. So oval number 5 to get your cutout for your butterfly. And then one of the neat things about this stamp set is that let me show you the picture again, or actually let me show you the original card. You will notice on the original card that there's some flowers and there's some leaves stamped right into the wings of the butterfly. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You'll notice when you get this stamp set that you will have a little marker. It's an indicator to show you which way is up. And of course, stamping with the butterfly, it's pretty obvious which way is up, but it's not so obvious with some of the other items that we'll be stamping inside the butterfly. So the first thing we're going to do is ink that butterfly up with some Pool Party, and then we're going to stamp that right on this Whisper White oval. I think I'll turn it around. I had the back side up. All right, so now what's really nice about photopolymer is you can see exactly where you're stamping, so you can cut out your Big Shot pieces in advance. This is nice for classes and workshops if you want to prepare it ahead for your customers. So that is the butterfly stamped in advance. And now we're going to ink up the roses that get stamped right inside this butterfly. So I've stamped them in Wisteria Wonder, and you'll notice right here, there is an indicator on this. That tells you what side is up. So we want to stamp that. That way we know where these roses go. So we're just going to stamp that right here, making sure that that indicator is up. Now when you press down, you don't want to press down so hard that you press that indicator down, because then you will get ink on your paper. So just keep your pressing down very even across the stamp. Don't rock it. Then again, we're going to ink up in Pear Pizzazz the leaves. And again, you look for this indicator right here, and that is going to face up. And then that will put all of your leaves right where they need to be in relation to the butterfly. And again, straight down, straight up. And as you can see, we have the leaves stamped just beautifully right where they need to be to emphasize the flowers. Now for the sentiment, on the card that I showed you, I have love ya, but I'm also going to use the other sentiment now that's in this stamp set, and it's called Just For You. So we're just going to stamp Just For You right across the top, and that is inked up in the Wisteria Wonder. And so we have our panel complete. So it looks just like this, and all we have to do is put on dimensionals and put it aside so we can put it on our card. All right, so I've set that oval panel aside, and now I have a piece of Pool Party. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to run it through the Big Shot machine with an embossing folder. It's a new one to this catalog, and it's called Boho Chic. And so you just put that piece of paper through put it right into your embossing folder, and then you just run it through your Big Shot machine. And when it comes out, it will have this lovely embossing on it that you can see here. And I did go ahead and do this in advance. I also wrapped some Wisteria Wonder seam binding, and then I just taped it down with some Scotch tape. And I already have my dimensionals ready to go. So now we can just take our Pear Pizzazz card base, and we'll just center this in on the front of that card. And then the next thing we need to do is just take the butterfly that we stamped, and we can center that in between this panel here and here. I mean, between the ribbon and this far right panel. And then we'll take another little slip of ribbon, and we're going to tie that right on so that we have a little tie on our card. It just adds a little bit of interest, and it's so pretty. Who wouldn't want to show this ribbon off a little bit more? So here it is, all ready for us to trim with our ribbon scissors. And we just have this adorable card that you can gift away. So here is the card that I just created, and here is the card that I created in advance so that you can see them together. Have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. If you're wondering how you get your hands on a Hostess set in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, you're welcome to contact me. I have an email link at www.stampingtoshare.com. Or if you place a Stampin' Up! Order by yourself of at least $150, you will receive host rewards. And these Stampin' Host rewards can be used towards products that are in our Hostess line. In addition, another way that you can earn Stampin' rewards is by having your very own stamp party, either at your house or as a book party. So again, if you have questions, let me know. Have a great day. I truly appreciate you. Bye-bye.